Hello dear friends, I'm Alder Santos, and welcome to our channel, Legends of Baseball. Paul Molitor is a name that resonates with respect in every corner of baseball. With a career marked by unwavering consistency and an uncommon ability to hit, he not only stood out as one of the greatest hitters in history, but also redefined what it means to be a complete player. His journey goes far beyond the numbers he left on the field. It is a story of resilience, adaptation, and above all, an immense passion for the game. With 3,319 hits, 234 home runs, and a .306 batting average, Molitor became an icon, and his impact goes far beyond victories and awards. He built a legacy that transcends the boundaries of the baseball field, and what many don't know is how his journey inspired generations of players to pursue excellence, both in training and in life. But what really made Paul Molitor stand out, beyond the impressive numbers, his ability to reinvent himself throughout his career, his relentless work ethic, and his adaptability to the changes in the game were key factors in his success. Molitor proved that being a true champion isn't just about the records, but about the winning mentality, persistence in the face of adversity, and the ability to stay relevant, no matter the age or circumstances. Get ready to explore what made Paul Molitor a legend, not only on the field, but also off it, inspiring and transforming baseball in ways that many are still discovering. Watch this video until the end to find out how Paul Molitor became a baseball legend, overcoming challenges, breaking records, and leaving a legacy that goes far beyond the numbers. Don't forget to leave your opinion in the comments. What moment in his career impressed you the most? Paul Molitor was born on August 22, 1956, in St. Paul, Minnesota, and from an early age, he demonstrated a natural affinity for sports. Raised in an environment that valued athletics, Molitor stood out in baseball while still in high school, catching the attention of scouts due to his exceptional hitting ability and impressive base running speed. His dedication and talent led him to join the University of Minnesota, where he continued to refine his skills and solidified his reputation as a promising player. During his college years, he began developing a sharp sense for the game, showing not only physical talent, but also strategic intelligence, qualities that would later become trademarks of his career in Major League Baseball, MLB. In 1977, Paul Molitor took a major step toward professionalism by being selected in the first round of the MLB draft by the Milwaukee Brewers. His high selection in the draft already indicated the confidence that scouts and executives had in his potential. The Milwaukee franchise saw him as a player capable of making a difference both offensively and defensively, and his arrival in the organization was surrounded by high expectations. Early in his minor league appearances, Molitor proved that he was worthy of the investment, showing a rare combination of bat discipline, contact ability, and speed that made him a constant threat to opponents. His flawless performance in the early years of his career made it clear that he was destined for a bright future in professional baseball. Since his debut in MLB in 1978, Paul Molitor impressed fans and analysts with his versatility on the field. He was not only a reliable hitter, but also an extremely adaptable defender, capable of playing multiple positions with competence. During his early years in Milwaukee, he was used as a shortstop, second baseman, and third baseman, as well as occasionally performing outfield duties. This ability to adapt to different roles made him a valuable player for the Brewers, who could count on his presence in various situations. Few athletes can dominate multiple positions at the highest level of baseball, but Molitor not only accepted the challenges, but also excelled, proving to be a true utility player for the team. In addition to his defensive versatility, Molitor quickly showed that his talent as a hitter was special. He possessed an efficient swing and an incredible sense of timing, allowing him to make solid contact against some of the most challenging pitchers in the league. His playing style was based on consistency, with the ability to reach base frequently and create opportunities for his team. The fact that he was fast on the bases only increased his value, as he could turn simple hits into doubles or triples with his explosion and intelligence while running. This talent quickly made him one of the most respected players in the league, with an impact that went beyond the statistical numbers. Another remarkable aspect of the early part of Paul Molitor's career was his competitive mindset and work ethic. From his early years, he stood out not only for his natural abilities, but also for his tireless effort to constantly improve. He studied opposing pitchers, worked relentlessly on his hitting mechanics, and dedicated hours to honing his defensive skills. This meticulous approach to the game ensured that his transition from the minor leagues to MLB was smoother than most young players. Molitor was not content just being a regular player in the league. He wanted to be a cornerstone for his team and contribute to meaningful victories throughout his career. As the seasons went by, his reputation as one of the most complete players in the league became solidified. His natural talent, combined with his dedication and baseball intelligence, made him an increasingly respected name in the world of baseball. In the years that followed, Paul Molitor would continue to build a legendary career filled with records, titles, and unforgettable moments. His promising start and versatility on the field were only the prelude to a journey that would lead him to the Hall of Fame, solidifying his legacy as one of the greatest players in MLB history. Paul Molitor spent the first 15 seasons of his Major League Baseball career wearing the Milwaukee Brewers jersey from 1978 to 1992. During this long period, he established himself as one of the most important players in the franchise, becoming one of the most respected and admired players on the team. From the start, it was clear that Molitor was not just another promising talent, but a unique athlete whose versatility and offensive skills made him essential to the Brewers' success. His impact was immediate, and over the years, he became the backbone of the team, serving as a constant and reliable presence on the roster. His longevity and consistency were key in establishing Milwaukee as a competitive team throughout the 1980s and early 1990s. The peak of his time with the Brewers came in 1982, when he played a crucial role in the historic campaign that led the team to its first and only appearance in the World Series. During that memorable season, Molitor was one of the driving forces behind the Brewers' offense, helping the team win the American League title and reach baseball's biggest stage. In the World Series against the St. Louis Cardinals, he shone brightly, setting a record by achieving 5 hits in a single game of the series, an impressive feat still remembered as one of the most significant moments in the competition's history. Although Milwaukee lost the series in 7 games, Molitor's performance reinforced his reputation as an elite player and proved that he could shine under pressure. Throughout his career with the Brewers, Paul Molitor built a reputation as one of the most consistent hitters in the league. His disciplined approach at the plate, combined with a precise swing and incredible contact ability, made him a constant threat to opposing pitchers. He was one of the few players able to combine a high batting average with speed and intelligence on the bases, becoming one of the most dangerous leadoff hitters in MLB. Furthermore, he demonstrated an incredible ability to adapt, adjusting his game as needed to maintain high offensive production over the years. His versatility was also reflected on the field, where he played multiple positions efficiently, establishing himself as a complete and indispensable player for the Brewers. Despite injuries that occasionally hindered his career, Molitor never allowed them to compromise his on-field performance. He maintained an impeccable work ethic and unwavering dedication to the game, which allowed him to overcome physical challenges and continue performing at a high level. By the time his tenure with the Brewers ended in 1992, he had already become a franchise legend, leaving an indelible mark on the team's history. His legacy in Milwaukee was not only defined by the impressive numbers he accumulated, but also by the inspiration he provided to his teammates and fans. Even after his departure, his influence continued to be felt within the organization, and his contribution to the Brewers' growth as a respected franchise was never forgotten. The 1987 season was special for Paul Molitor, and one of the most memorable moments of his career occurred between July and August of that year, when he achieved an impressive 39-game hitting streak. This accomplishment was a true testament to his skill as a contact hitter and his consistency at the plate. For almost 2 months, Molitor managed to get at least one hit in every game, challenging the league's best pitchers and maintaining a focused mindset to extend the streak. The impact of this performance was enormous, as it captured the attention of fans and the media, who eagerly followed each game to see how far he could go. As each game passed, the pressure mounted, but Molitor remained calm and disciplined, showing why he was one of the most reliable players in MLB. Molitor's 39-game hitting streak became one of the longest in modern MLB history, placing him on a select list of players who have achieved similar feats. While he did not break the legendary 56-game streak record held by Joe DiMaggio, set in 1941, Molitor's mark was the longest recorded in the league since then and remains one of the best of all time. He proved that, even in an era with increasingly dominant pitchers and more sophisticated defensive strategies, it was possible to maintain impressive consistency at the plate. His performance not only reinforced his reputation as one of the best hitters of the era, but also helped elevate the Milwaukee Brewers' status during that period, giving the team great visibility and keeping fans engaged in the season's campaign. What made Molitor's streak even more impressive was the way he achieved his hits. Unlike players who relied solely on brute strength to drive the ball, Molitor was an extremely technical hitter, able to adjust his swing as needed to find holes in the opposing defense. He had exceptional control of the bat, a sharp sense of the game, and plate patience that allowed him to capitalize on any pitcher's mistake. His balanced approach, combined with his speed on the bases, made him a nightmare for opponents, as he not only reached base frequently, but could also turn simple hits into doubles or even triples. Throughout the streak, he maintained a high batting average, proving that his success was not just a matter of luck, but the result of a refined skill set developed over the years. When the streak finally ended on August 26, 1987, Molitor received a standing ovation from fans and was recognized by his teammates and the league as one of the best hitters in baseball. Even though he did not break DiMaggio's record, the achievement solidified his status as one of the most talented contact hitters in MLB history. The impact of this performance lasted long beyond that season, as it reinforced his reputation and solidified his Hall of Fame candidacy years later. More than just a statistical streak, the 39 consecutive games with a hit showcased Paul Molitor's perseverance, technique, and talent, eternally cementing his name among baseball's greats. The 1993 season marked a new chapter in Paul Molitor's career when he decided to leave the Milwaukee Brewers after 15 years and signed with the Toronto Blue Jays. The move was motivated by both financial reasons and the pursuit of a competitive team that would give him the chance to contend for a World Series title. At the time, the Blue Jays were on the rise, coming off a World Series victory in 1992 and with a roster full of talent, including Joe Carter, Roberto Alomar, and John Olerud. Molitor quickly adapted to his new team and proved to be a valuable addition, bringing his experience, versatility, and ability to consistently hit. His presence further strengthened Toronto's already powerful lineup, making the team one of the favorites to win the title that season. Molitor had an immediate impact on the Blue Jays, putting up impressive numbers throughout the regular season. He finished the year with a .332 batting average, 22 home runs, and 111 RBIs, while also showcasing his base running skills by stealing 22 bases. His leadership and experience were essential in keeping the team focused during the final stretch of the season and in the playoffs. During the postseason, Molitor elevated his game even further, demonstrating why he was considered one of the most complete hitters in the league. His performance in the American League Championship Series against the Chicago White Sox helped Toronto secure a spot in the World Series for the second consecutive year, putting the team in position to defend its title against the Philadelphia Phillies. In the 1993 World Series, Molitor had one of the most spectacular performances of his career. He was simply relentless at the plate, achieving a .500 batting average over the series, with 12 hits and 24 at-bats. Additionally, he hit 2 home runs, drove in 8 runs, and recorded 4 extra base hits, including a crucial triple that helped define one of the games. Molitor also demonstrated his baseball IQ by scoring the winning run in Game 6, when Joe Carter hit the iconic home run that secured the title for the Blue Jays. His versatility, experience, and ability to perform under pressure were key to Toronto's back-to-back championship, and his unforgettable performance earned him the World Series MVP, a well-deserved recognition for his invaluable impact on the team. Winning the title with the Blue Jays represented a special moment in Paul Molitor's career. After years of individual brilliance without reaching the pinnacle of MLB, he finally achieved the coveted championship ring, proving that he was one of the most complete and consistent players of his generation. The 1993 World Series further solidified his legacy and showed that his decision to join Toronto was one of the best of his career. The title not only confirmed his importance in the baseball world, but also earned him a permanent spot among the great players in the history of the sport. For Blue Jays fans, Molitor will always be remembered as one of the heroes of that championship, and his masterful performance in the World Series remains one of the most iconic moments in the franchise's history. Molitor's secret to longevity lay in his dedication to physical conditioning and his meticulous preparation for each game. He understood how to take care of his body, adjusting his training and nutrition routines to minimize the impact of aging. Furthermore, his intelligence on the field compensated for any physical decline that might have occurred over the years. His commitment to excellence and ability to reinvent himself were essential factors in allowing him to continue playing at a high level until the end of his career. Even after the age of 40, Molitor remained a productive player, demonstrating that discipline, a passion for the game, and constant adaptation could prolong an athlete's career far beyond what is typically considered the physical peak. In the final years of his career, Paul Molitor had the opportunity to return to his roots when he signed with the Minnesota Twins in 1996. For the veteran hitter, playing in his home state was a special experience, a chance to close his career where it all began. Even at an advanced age, Molitor maintained a high level of performance, proving that he still had much to offer to the sport. His arrival brought leadership and experience to a young team that needed a player with his winning mindset. Additionally, his work ethic and dedication were inspiring to his teammates, showing that longevity in baseball was possible through discipline and passion for the game. During his first season with the Twins, Molitor achieved one of the most prestigious milestones in MLB history: 3,000 career hits. On September 16, 1996, against the Kansas City Royals, he reached this iconic milestone, joining a select group of players who had achieved it. However, what made this moment even more memorable was the way he achieved it, with a triple. Until that point, no other player in baseball history had reached 3,000 hits in this manner, making Molitor's accomplishment even more unique and symbolic. His incredible combination of speed, contact, and baseball IQ was on full display at that moment, further solidifying his reputation as one of the most versatile and complete players in the league. Even in the final years of his career, Molitor remained a productive and respected player. He stayed with the Twins until his retirement in 1998, leaving a lasting impact on the franchise and the sport as a whole. His legacy was built not only on impressive statistics, but also on his meticulous approach to the game and his tireless dedication to excellence. After retiring as a player, he continued contributing to baseball, eventually becoming the manager of the Twins and sharing his vast knowledge with new generations. His time in Minnesota was not just a symbolic return to his roots, but also a fitting final chapter for one of the brightest careers in MLB history. Paul Molitor retired in 1998 at the age of 41, ending a brilliant career that lasted an impressive 21 seasons in Major League Baseball. Few players can maintain an elite level for so long, but Molitor proved to be an exception. His commitment to physical preparation and his disciplined approach at the plate allowed him to compete at a high level even in the final stages of his career. Over the course of his career, he played for 3 franchises: the Milwaukee Brewers, Toronto Blue Jays, and Minnesota Twins, leaving a significant impact on each of them. His versatility, tactical intelligence, and adaptability made him one of the most respected players of his generation. Upon hanging up his cleats, Molitor left behind impressive numbers that solidified his status as one of the best hitters in baseball history. He finished his career with 3,319 hits, placing him prominently on the all-time hits list. Additionally, he amassed 234 home runs, 1,307 RBIs, and a .306 batting average, a remarkable achievement for a player who played for over 2 decades. His numbers not only reflect his longevity, but also his consistency and ability to make an offensive impact year after year. Unlike many great players who relied on home run power, Molitor was known for his refined contact skills, speed on the bases, and situational intelligence, qualities that made him one of the most feared hitters of his time. His legacy as one of the greatest contact hitters of all time was forever etched in baseball history. In 2004, 6 years after his retirement, Molitor was elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame in his first year of eligibility, a testament to the respect and admiration he earned throughout his career. He not only accumulated impressive statistics, but also influenced future generations of players with his work ethic and baseball knowledge. His transition to a managerial role later on showed his desire to continue contributing to the sport he loved, helping to shape new stars and passing on his wisdom. Paul Molitor's name will forever be linked to baseball, not only for his numbers, but for the impact he had both on and off the field. In 2004, Paul Molitor received the highest honor a baseball player can achieve, induction into the Baseball Hall of Fame in his first year on the ballot. With 85.2% of the votes, he was immortalized among the greatest players in the history of the sport, a testament to his consistency, dedication, and lasting impact. His career was marked not only by impressive statistics, but also by how he revolutionized the game with his versatility, tactical intelligence, and unmatched work ethic. Molitor stood out as one of the best contact hitters of all time, accumulating 3,319 hits and maintaining a .306 batting average over 21 seasons. Furthermore, his leadership both on and off the field influenced generations of players, and his professionalism served as a model for many who came after him. His Hall of Fame induction was a recognition not only of his statistical excellence, but also of his legacy as an athlete who always showed passion for the game. respect for opponents, and commitment to his team's success. After retiring from baseball as a player, Paul Molitor entered a new phase of his career as a coach and baseball consultant. His experience and knowledge of the game quickly made him a valuable figure off the field. And in 2015, he was named the manager of the Minnesota Twins, his childhood team. Molitor brought his strategic vision and leadership to the team, helping to shape young talent and creating a culture of professionalism in the clubhouse. In 2017, his ability to motivate and prepare players was rewarded when the Twins reached the playoffs, a significant achievement given the expectations at the start of the season. His success was recognized with the American League Manager of the Year award, reflecting his ability to adapt his player skills to the role of manager. Molitor continued to be an influential presence in the baseball world, not only as a leader on the field, but also as a mentor, offering valuable guidance to future generations of players, sharing his vast knowledge and experience gained over his illustrious career. Paul Molitor is widely remembered for his impeccable work ethic, intelligence in the game, and impressive longevity, qualities that made him one of the most respected and admired players in baseball history. His tireless dedication to continuous improvement and his ability to adapt to changes throughout his career served as an inspiration to future generations of players. Molitor not only accumulated impressive numbers, but also exemplified what it means to be a professional in the sport, always putting the team first and approaching the game with a sense of responsibility and commitment. His impact goes beyond his individual achievements, as he helped redefine the role of an elite hitter, especially with his contact ability and versatility. His name remains engraved among the greatest in baseball history, a symbol of excellence and dedication, and his legacy continues to influence players and fans around the world. Paul Molitor's journey in baseball is more than just a collection of impressive feats and numbers. It is a reflection of dedication, perseverance, and intelligence in the game. His 21-year career, marked by an uncommon ability to adapt and evolve, shows that true success in the sport doesn't come only from raw talent, but from the ability to constantly reinvent oneself. The longevity of his career, which spanned over 2 decades, is a testament to his commitment to both physical and mental preparation, something that made him a role model for generations of players. The famous 39-game hitting streak, his consistency over the years, and his ability to stand out even after the age of 35, when many athletes begin to decline, are milestones that demonstrate his immense capacity to adapt to the game. He wasn't just a great hitter, but also a versatile player who knew how to put himself in different positions on the field with mastery. This flexibility was one of the keys to his success, allowing him to be a pivotal piece for both the Milwaukee Brewers and the Toronto Blue Jays, where he won the World Series title. But what truly makes Paul Molitor an icon is not just his skill on the field, but how he influenced the game and baseball culture. His ability to deal with adversity, whether it was injuries or the pressure of expectations, made him a model of resilience. Molitor knew that baseball, like any other sport, requires not just physical aptitude, but also a strong mindset, and he embodied that mentality throughout his career. Furthermore, his transition into a leadership role as manager of the Minnesota Twins and his ability to mentor young players are aspects that further enrich his legacy. He didn't just stop at being a great player, but also used his experience to positively impact the future of the sport. This natural transition from being a role model on the field to becoming a source of wisdom off the field is rare, and Paul Molitor did so with distinction. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more fascinating content, and activate the bell to receive notifications. And don't forget to leave your comment. Molitor's impact goes beyond baseball itself. He was an athlete who challenged the conventions of longevity in the sport, and his legacy serves as a lesson about the value of adaptation and hard work. The story of his career is a celebration not only of numbers, but of the evolution of a player who, throughout his journey, never stopped learning and reinventing himself. His name, immortalized in the Hall of Fame, will continue to inspire those who seek not only to achieve success, but also to maintain it and pass that knowledge on to future generations. Until the next journey, dear baseball lovers,